Peace, kings and queens, gods and goddesses out there. How you all doing? I hope all is well with you. Which I know it is because you chose me. You feel me? Um, I want to come on here and relay a message that I've received, and the message is: who is controlling you, and what are you feeding? Who is controlling you, and what are you feeding? As you all know, that God is a God of duality, meaning God is a God that has masculine and feminine aspects about it, about itself. Also, I'm quite sure you all know that we as man is a people of duality as well. We have masculine and feminine in us as well, positive and negative, good and evil. And the reason why I said good and evil is because we came into this world with the knowledge of good and evil. That's where your free will come in at. Either you gonna do good and be good, or you gonna do evil and be evil. Either or. We as human beings have two different spirits that's within us. That is the God-like spirit, which is God's spirit, and we have the devil-like spirit, which is the devil's spirit. Who are you letting control you? And when I say who, I mean, is you letting God, the Most High, control you? Or is you allowing the devil to control you? And what are you feeding? Are you feeding God, like the God like spirit, which is God's spirit? Or are you feeding the devil like spirit, which is the devil's spirit? Which one are you feeding? It's easy to feed the spirit of evil, the spirit of the devil, because look around. Look what's going on in the world. You have so many people today that is letting the devil, this spirit that is within them, take control of them, which causes them to be in they lower self, which causes them to vibrate at a low frequency. What are you feeding? And you have some, not many, but some that is feeding they God-like spirit, which is God's spirit. They are letting they higher self control them. They are at a high frequency. They are vibrating high. Which one are you feeding? When they come to the God-like spirit, God's spirit that is within you, it's you doing things that keep you or have you at a high vibration. What are you doing? What are you listening to? What are your thoughts? How do you go about your day? Are you saying positive affirmations? What are you doing to feed your God-like spirit, which is God's spirit within you? What are you doing? How are you interacting with people? How are you treating people? What are you feeding? And who are you allowing to control you? Jesus Christ was feeding his God-like spirit so much through learning God's word by being taught by God's people and by walking the walk that God wanted him to walk, that he was fully illuminated in his God-like spirit. His God-like spirit was fully illuminated, which allowed him to do things here on this earth. Why? Because him and the divine was aligned. Him and the divine was one. He was fully illuminated in God's spirit, chosen. Do you enter in and understand what I'm saying to you? And when I say chosen, I mean God's chosen people. Just like God has its chosen ones, the devil has its chosen ones. Who are you allowing to control you, and what are you feeding? If you feed that God-like spirit with it, which is in you, which is God's spirit, it will become illuminated over the devil's spirit. But if you are feeding that devil-like spirit within you, which is the devil's spirit, that will become more illuminated in you. Who are you allowing to control you, and what are you feeding? You can't serve two masters, but one. Which one of these spirits that is within you are you going to allow to be illuminated? Are you going to let God spirit be illuminated fully within you, or is you going to let the spirit of the devil be illuminated within you? You can't serve two masters. You can either be of the light, which is God the Most High, because the Most High is the light, or you can be a spirit of darkness, which is the devil. God, the Most High, controls the light within. The devil controls the darkness within. Who are you allowing to control you, and what are you feeding? If you continue to feed your God-like spirit, which is God's spirit, God's spirit will become fully illuminated within you. And you yourself will be a spirit of light. But you have to continue to feed that spirit, God's spirit that is within you. so that the light can become illuminated within you. And you can become a light being totally. But if you constantly feeding into negativity, constantly feeding your lower self, letting your lower self lead and guide you, you is of the devil's spirit, the spirit of darkness. And that darkness will consume you. In the end, you either gonna be a spirit of the light or a spirit of darkness. You choose. I myself choose to be a spirit of light, not a spirit of darkness. I choose to feed my God-like spirit, which is God's spirit within me. I myself choose to let God, the Most High, control me. Who are you allowing to control you, and what are you feeding? To all my kings and queens out there, my gods and goddesses, I love you, I love you, I love you with all my heart, because I am a spirit of love. Because God is love. The Most High is love. And I'm sending you peace, love, and light. Take care.